Honduras is breaking ties with Taiwan. What effect will this have on US influence in the Latin American region?
How come this country are so close to the U.S., have such a long tradition with the U.S., and U.S. has a big policy of Monroe Doctrine for such a long time, yet cannot stop them from shifting their diplomatic recognition from Taipei to Beijing. So China might be complacent now, saying, yeah, we will be able to hit America in its backwater, just like America is trying to do the so-called Indo-Pacific strategy to contain China. So it is kind of a very strong response from China, just like what China had with the Iran and Saudi Arabia reestablishing relations. So China is not going to be a passive international player. It's actively involving in more international affair than we will assume before, because China always talk about no intervention of any country's domestic affair, respect every country's sovereignty. So which means China was not able to do a lot of things before, but now I think they have done something that is beyond our expectation.
Honduras says part of the reason is financial. What's happened in the cases of other countries like Nicaragua who have switched allegiance from Taipei to China? Do they suddenly get a lot of investment?
Yeah, most of the country will get the immediate one because Taiwan's financial assistance sometimes in the form of scholarship in agricultural teams and medical teams are good for the local people. But when you have election, the president would like to have something to show for. So China's infrastructure building, with the very visible buildings, with the very visible transportation infrastructure, it's always good for any kind of incumbent president to run for, saying, show having a opening ceremony for some of this infrastructure that will help. So that's, I think, the reason for most of the country that switch, and we find that some of the developing countries switching diplomatic tie or having diplomatic tie with China and borrowing money to have infrastructure, but then ended up not able to pay back. That would be the danger of having this kind of debt.